All right, Bones, first weekend of EPL action is in the books, highlighted by Chelsea's 3-1 victory over Brighton and Hove. But Bones, an underwhelming performance out of the revamped Blues.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have your best, and it's certainly not fun to watch. But as long as you come out on top, that's all that matters.
Are we still talking about football, Bones? All right, folks, if you're fans of football and you want to watch some more football content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like, go ahead and leave a comment. We get back to most people in the comments, even the prostitutes on here. So go ahead, feel free to hit us up, but make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do us a big favor and we'd appreciate it.
Why are we getting so much spam, Stevie, since we run the account? I mean, my God.
I think there's an algorithm tied to your internet history.
Dark web down there.
There's a dark web down there.
Yeah, oh my God.
All right, let's get back to it. Bones, first week of EPL action is in the books. So, right away, let's talk about it, Bones. First impressions, what really stood out to you from this past weekend's action?
Leeds, Stevie. They didn't win, obviously, unless I looked at the score incorrectly.
You did not.
Okay, all right, so losers. But you heard all those things about how attacking they were going to be, how great they were going to be for the league, how it wasn't going to be another shitty English team that sits there in 18, and it's all true. That match was incredible. I mean, they had some defensive blunders, but overall, what a match.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bones. For me, the big Leeds was like the sexy team coming into the season. Everybody was kind of wondering what Marcelo Bielsa and how his game would translate to the English game. Much like the Pep Guardiola, but can he do it in England? Can he do it on Stoke on a Tuesday night?
Right.
Could Marcelo Bielsa and his style translate to the English Premier League, especially if he doesn't have the best players, the most talented players in the league? I think after week one, it's way too early to say, but it looks positive. I mean, you're a newly promoted team. You took Liverpool to the brink, lost 4-3.
Yeah, clumsy penalty, that guy.
Yeah, but looked good doing it too. Like you said, Bones, playing open, attacking football. If anything, Leeds is not going to lose games 1-0, 2-1. I mean, they are going to get after it, and they are going to attack. We saw Jack Harrison, MLS alumni.
That's right.
Getting a great goal for Leeds early on. So, yeah, Bones, I agree with you. Watching Leeds play, it seems like all the predictions and everybody falling in love with them before the start of the season, it's going to pay off. And I just saw on Twitter there was a new Marcelo Bielsa mural that went up in Leeds.
Yeah,
so he's already an icon.
He deserves it, but on the other side of the pitch, Stevie, Firmino looked awful. So, I mean, I'll give it another couple months for all these people talking about the space he creates and hold up possession and his defensive press, but he looked like shit. I mean, he had a couple, really good chances, and he was just, side-footed, and then he just smiled, and I was like, oh.
I mean, you get lost in those teeth. You forget all about those chances.
That's all I have at this point.
Yeah, Firmino, he's mercurial?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even know if that's a word for him.
We're not nerds, but the same rating on FIFA as Aubameyang. What are these?
Shocking.
I mean,
the disrespect to Aubameyang for that is shocking.
I mean, unbelievable. But it's just I think part of it's got to be they've been so successful, and he's obviously a vital part of what they do. So people are just like, oh, he's great.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it.
And he has moments, it's true, he is very good in the hold-up play, and he's very good at bringing in Mane and Mo Salah and involving them in the attack. But at some point, your center forward has to score a fucking goal.
Yeah, they can't, if he doesn't produce, there's no way they challenge for the title. If he has 7 goals.
Yeah, I think they're going to need him this year. They can't get through another year with him putting up that small of a little goal production. So, yeah, if I were... I predicted Liverpool third. I don't think, even though they won this past match, I don't think they did anything for me to, doubt that they're going to slip from last year.
Me neither, but, I mean, Salah is a machine. So that's, if he could have someone of those magical seasons.
He is a machine. He is a machine. Body is toned.
Yes.
Yeah, very much a machine right now.
He's one of the most famous people in the world. So think how I've seen those abs. Whew. That's got to feel good.
Every morning on the BTL Soccer Podcast Instagram, I feel like we have Mo Salah.
Idiots like me and Bridget with no teeth saying he's not that good. He's like, look, bitch. Please.
But then, if we go back further, we talk about Liverpool some more, and how we think they're going to slide a little bit. Virgil van Dijk, since like late last season or like midway through, or I think the restart of last season, again, they already had things wrapped up at that point. So you wonder where the motivation was for Virgil van Dijk and really the whole team's concentration. But no defender has made more mistakes in the Premier League that have directly led to goals for the opposing teams.
Don't apologize for your points, Stevie. You don't need to.
No, I'm just I think you have to be fair, Ben. I'm nothing if not fair.
Right. But he's got to drop because he was. I mean, that's one of the best 2-year runs a defender has had. I mean, he was just didn't make a mistake for 2 years.
Dominant, yeah. Right. He was dominant for sure. So yeah, he's had a great year, but you wonder if he is not that same dominating presence again. How does that affect Liverpool? Is he going to slide? Is Liverpool going to slide as a team? I think you and I both agree we think they will. We'll see what Klopp can do if he can somehow kick that team into high gear and get them concentrating again at 100%.
But it should be a lot of entertaining games on that side too, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool's always entertaining. Rock and roll football, Bones.
That's right. Are you a big REM guy?
Yeah, so Liverpool, big impressions from that match on both sides. Leeds look promising, look good. Don't think that they're going to be in a relegation fight, especially after watching some of the other performances this past weekend. Again, week 1, early predictions, and then Liverpool not proving us wrong when we think that they're going to slide. I don't think if you're a Liverpool fan, you're that happy with that performance.
Me neither, Stevie. So who was your big takeaway this weekend, Stevie?
Yeah, my big takeaway, when we go back to the Chelsea match for me, I think Chelsea was the team that really everyone was excited to see. Even if you weren't a Chelsea fan coming into this season after all those transfers, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Hakeem Ziyech, full season of Christian Pulisic, Thiago. Unfortunately, some of those guys were out. Ziyech and Pulisic were out. Thiago was out as well. But we got our first looks at Timo Werner and Kai Havertz in the Chelsea system. Unfortunately for Chelsea, an underwhelming performance against a Brighton team. So I'm not backing away or shying away from my second place finish for Chelsea off of one match. Especially
How could you?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I just bashed Liverpool for one match, and then I'm standing firm with Chelsea finishing second, who probably had a worse performance than Liverpool. But that being said, Timo Werner, I thought looked lively in the first half, drew the penalty, had some other opportunities, looked dangerous. But the fact that Chelsea against a Brighton team got outpossessed, I think Brighton had something like 60% possession. Again, a couple of key guys out for Chelsea. But Lampard, again, starting Mason Mount, I just don't know, especially when you could have had, you could work some type of midfield with Conte, Kovacic, Kai Havertz playing centrally. Maybe didn't feel like he could with Ziyech out and Pulisic, so he kind of had to play Havertz out of position, play Mason Mount a little bit farther out of position on the wing as well. So, and then the big one from last season was Kepa and his performance.
He gave up another one.
Another fucking shocking goal allowed by Kepa. Sounds like Chelsea has secured Mendy for this season from Ligue 1 and Rennes. So we'll see how he comes in and plays for Chelsea. Be a big hole that they filled with him.
So they just have to keep him now?
Kepa, it seems like it. I don't think anybody's going to, after watching all these performances, how are you going to...
So he's just going to be on the squad, sitting on the bench. Oh, there's going to be some good shots. Without fans, he's...
Yeah, judging by the way he's handled everything else, I think he's going to take it really well too.
Yeah, me too. He seems really mature.
Temper tantrums.
But I like this. I like Brighton and Hove's new manager, the guy from last year. They at least play. You can watch them play.
Yeah, they definitely play. They outplayed Chelsea.
The other guy, he tied a hell of a Windsor, but he was a boring manager.
That's the type of insight everybody wants.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But the new manager, he kind of looks like your friend's dad that used to be in like a shitty band. He never combs his hair and he always looks really depressed and maybe he didn't eat enough when he was 20s and 30s.
My dad plays in a band.
I've never heard of him. No, I don't think they look alike.
Okay. Thought we were drawing some parallels there.
What else can you say about Brendan Hove,
Yeah, other than my boy Neil Maupay, still kicking. It didn't look bad for Brighton Hove. I would honestly, if I was a Brighton Hove fan, are there Brighton and Hove fans?
The Seagulls, yeah. That stadium would gorgeous right on the water. Imagine a nice 69-degree beach day in Brighton.
I guess there are Brighton fans in Brighton.
Yeah. But I think they're going to be like 12 to 15 range. Don't have to worry about them. Like, I'll never watch them play the rest of the year.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be in a relegation fight. If they are, it's only because they can't score. I think offensively they may struggle. But again, I thought they gave up really just like one really poor goal and the bad giveaway in the first half. But other than that, I mean, Reece James.
Freak.
Yeah, kind of a freak goal there. And then the Reece James was just
that was goal of the weekend.
Orgasmic strike.
That's goal of the weekend.
Yeah. So, anyways, so Liverpool not looking great. Chelsea not looking great. Leeds looking kind of as good as advertised and playing the style that we all like.
They're interesting. And what else can a man ask but to be interesting?
So, Bones, a week ago today, we kind of gave our EPL predictions after watching week one. Would you like to make any adjustments to your predictions?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I'd like to double down. Split them, Stevie. Deal me in. I love Mourinho. Unbelievable. He's got the whole world right where he wants him. They looked awful. He made him a bunch of excuses. Now he's going to get a couple transfers. No one believes him. This is what he wants. This is what he does his best, Stevie.
Pulls Delhi right away.
Yeah, and on the other hand, Wolves, I mean, who cares? They beat Sheffield. They're going to get last in the league this year.
Yeah. So just to recap, you had Tottenham finishing top 4.
Yep, double down.
Double down on that.
It's probably like plus 400 now.
Yeah, and then we had Wolves struggling in a relegation battle.
No, not a relegation battle. I said they wouldn't be top 10.
Top 10. Okay.
I might have said 12.
Let's check the tape on that.
I think I said 12. I didn't say. I don't think they're going to be in a relegation battle.
All right. So Wolves comes out and absolutely spanks Sheffield United, who I would say is like in deep trouble.
Yeah, they're bad.
They looked bad. And then Tottenham, who Matt Doherty comes in at right back, gets pulled. Jose Mourinho immediately criticizes him after the game. Dele Alli, one of their key players, gets pulled at halftime.
Yeah, but now they're going to get Bale.
Yeah, Dele Alli looks like he's getting shipped off to Real Madrid right away.
Yeah, they got that other guy.
Reguilon from Real Madrid, a possible left back option for them. So, doubling down on Tottenham.
Get that stoner Dele Alli out of here. Good God, he's wearing like crystals and taking artsy pictures. He's done. He doesn't have time for that.
He's having like a Spencer Pratt type meltdown.
Yeah, he's having like a quarter life crisis as an athlete. Like, good God.
So Bones, doubling down, no change in that.
Right.
For me, I had Arsenal finishing top 4. I'll double down on that as well. Okay. Arsenal looking great.
I mean, Fulham sucks.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham's not good, but still, Arsenal just keeps winning. That's so now 2 trophies in 3 games for Mikel Arteta.
So this game did not add to that trophy, though.
Yeah.
They got a trophy for being Fulham?
It's a good stat. It's a good stat,
but you could have just said 2 in the last 2 games.
And you know what I'm going to say next week? 2 trophies in 4 games.
All right. But I got to ask something about you, Stevie. They said the announcer said Mikovic didn't start because he could be too emotional in the first game of the season.
For Fulham.
Their best player had 25 goals last year in the championship. Yeah. Like, what is that?
I mean, I've never heard of... and these were the announcers. This wasn't like the manager saying...
No, it was the announcers.
Yeah, the announcers...
But the manager, they were quoting the manager. They were like, they were summarizing what he said. It wasn't a direct quote.
Okay.
But that guy's good looking. But they were talking about,
Yeah, I mean, that's absurd. You have a professional footballer who is, like, quite frankly, he's played in bigger games. It's not his first season in the Premier League. He was down with Fulham in the championship last year.
There's no them promoted.
Yeah, there's no fans in the stands, and yet somehow he's too emotional to play in that game. Yeah, if that's the case, he can't be playing professional football.
No, I mean, 25 goals last year. In any league, that's great.
Yeah, he's an international for Serbia as well, so he's played in big matches, so it's shocking.
His life has been one big match.
Yeah,
he's survived.
Survival.
Good. Serbian Cup.
Serbian tough. There's got to be something to that. But going back to my prediction, Arsenal finishing top 4. Yeah, I'm doubling down on that. I had a great match against Fulham. We'll see how strong Fulham is. I think Fulham could put them in the same group with Sheffield United and possible teams going down. Again, you'd hate to see that for Fulham. Going up, going right back down the next year, and then now coming back up, and it looks like they could be going back down again.
It's like a Michael Scott vasectomy. Snip snap, snip snap.
You know what that does to a man? Yeah. So tough. Take a look at Tim Ream's ball sack after this season.
Oh my God.
See where he's standing. Yeah. So unfortunate for Fulham. Good on it for Mikel Arteta. Arsenal. I'm still riding that hype train of Mikel Arteta. Looks great.
Exciting week 2. Big one on Sunday, Stevie.
Yeah, so massive matches this weekend. Bundesliga, back up. Schalke versus Bayern Munich. That's going to be a bloodbath. Yeah. Looks like my miners could be going down
we'll
again.
See what BTL Bets has to say about that one.
Oof. Yeah. I'd hammer the over in Bayern.
Yeah, well, it's going to be 6-7-0.
Yeah. So, and then we're going to get back to the live stream. So we have Liverpool versus Chelsea. That's Sunday morning, 11:30.
Perfect. It leads right into NFL.
Yeah, right into NFL. So should be a good one. That's going to be live streamed right from the Facebook page. So make sure you're keeping up to date with all the content. Again, we're on all the social media. You can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then we'll see you guys this Sunday, 11:30 for Liverpool versus Chelsea.